The top comment on our last video is that you have a phobia of the mic. I'm gonna have to get you a pair of headphones so you can see where it's good at.
I could see.
So you can see it.
So I could see where it's good at.
Exactly.
Is this fine?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay.
Also, I don't want it to be in front of your face like last time.
Is it?
No, this is good there. Because think about your outline. Think about your outline for the thumbnail. Okay, we're taking into consideration a lot of things here.
He was trying to get me to outline us when there was a lot of stuff around us. The microphone was in my face.
For the last one. Well, I mean, the thumbnail was cool for the last one. It turned out good. As you can see, we have completely switched around the whole thing. You guys saw how excited I was in the first the episode of the first. I was excited about that little setup. I was like, this is cool. This is, custom. This is raw. This is what it is. And Felicia was just like, yeah, nah. She was like, this ain't it. And no, I think there was. I do like this setup a little bit better. You got the whole vibe going over there.
Yeah,
you got the backdrop. You got a couple different lights on you.
Oprah Winfrey documentary.
Shout out.
Style stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Very Netflix inspired. Yeah. But it's looking good. Welcome to episode 2. Here it is, 925 podcast. Come on, let's go. I'm just now getting back from an incredible Father's Day trip.
Ask me what I did first.
Okay. So this is Father's Day weekend this past Sunday. Past Sunday. Tell everybody what you did for Father's Day.
Nothing.
Not one thing?
I got my dad an edible arrangement for Father's Day, and the wrong one came in. So sorry, Dad. I meant to get you a football one, but basketball is like our thing. Maybe it works better. Like God knew.
Yeah. You're an edible arrangement girl, aren't you?
Yeah.
You definitely are.
I love them, and they're so like cute to get to people.
Man, I still feel bad about that time that you got me an edible arrangement for my birthday.
I got him an edible arrangement for his birthday, but he's allergic to fruit, which I didn't know. Or allergic, sure.
Something like that. It gets weird. Whenever I eat fruit, it like makes the roof of my mouth itch, like a lot of them. While you're doing that, I'm gonna get my focus on them. Sorry.
Your what? Can I still talk?
Whoa. Something is on auto.
Is it good now?
Yeah, no, it looked crazy right here for a second. Okay, yeah, go.
The worst part of that whole story, I just burped. The worst part of that whole the worst part of that whole story is that he was also drastically hungover. And
this was that birthday.
Yeah. And they came at like 10:30 banging on the door. And like
I was upstairs just trying to keep it together.
And they don't
water, hydration.
They won't just like Postmates like leave it on the front door. Like they need someone to pick it up. And so they were banging until he
I was like, I heard the first door, the knock, and I was just like, nah. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's the mailman or something. Yeah. Amazon, USPS, postal. I was like, nah, I can't even do it. I had some water up there. I was just trying my best to keep it together, and
so
I went down there. That whoever that was probably had nightmares that night after seeing what answered the door. I would just say that it probably was not that pretty, but yeah, great. I do appreciate the edible arrangement, and I also do appreciate the night that I had before that. That was a very spontaneous night out with Calais, Pilo, and Drew Hunneds. And we all just started at this one bar and ended up into some pure shenanigans. And I'm in it. It's my birthday. We just brought it in at midnight and just kept going. And yeah, I woke up the next morning
pissed.
Just pissed off. Just from freaking fruit. Man,
you
if
can't even eat.
it was love though. I do appreciate that, but
Shout out Nicole, we got it together.
Shout out Nicole. I'm sure that your dad did appreciate those as well.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, a little sports theme. He also commented about you talking about sports, so we definitely got to get you a little sports segment going.
I don't know anything about sports. I used to play basketball. I know basketball pretty well, but that's about it. I probably played more sports than you.
We could do that. Who's in the finals right now?
Girl.
Girl? That is not a basketball team. You know what? You're fired. Get out of here. Bring your dad in. I landed today. Thank you for picking me up from the airport, by the way. I do appreciate that for the love. I called my dad.
Uber.
Say it one more time.
That'd be an expensive Uber.
Say it a little bit closer.
That would be an expensive Uber?
Oh, yeah. I can hear you. It would be. So I do appreciate that.
Just
just
call me up.
The Uber, the money that I would have spent for an Uber, we just spent it all on some Chili's. Like the biggest fans that we are. If you guys seen the description for the podcast, we are Chili's biggest fans, and so we did that. But incredible trip. I called my dad last week, and I was like, "Hey, what you doing on Sunday?" "Oh, not much. I'm just gonna be here." I said, "Let's go to Oklahoma. Let's go to your dad's, and let's go fishing."
So you went to Oklahoma?
Yeah, I went to Oklahoma.
I thought you went to Texas.
So I landed in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And where my grandpa lives is an hour from there in Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. It's close by. So we landed in Dallas, met up there. He flew in from the Bay.
The majority of your time was in Oklahoma?
Half and half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably just about half and half. We landed in Dallas, went straight over to Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Got to visit with my grandpa a little bit, and went and ate some catfish down the street at the cool little spot. And I might have sweet tea in my bloodstream right now. I drank so many sweet teas. Like as soon as we landed, we went to Raising Cane's, got some just to get some on the way. I got more sweet tea. I got one to go. It's just pumping through my veins right now. It's amazing. What were you gonna say?
You could finish your weekend story. I got a little Cane story.
Okay,
all
right.
We're in it.
Hey, we're getting rolling here. But yeah, it was awesome. I love my grandpa, and I've only got to go over there to Oklahoma probably like, I want to say it's probably like my 4th or 5th time in my lifetime, and I wish that I could go over there more. Yeah, he's been there I think since the 80s.
Oh shit!
When he got that property out there.
Yeah.
And so he's got a couple different ponds on his land. That's just the best fishing. Oh, okay. You confused about that?
Yeah, I didn't know what ponds were.
Okay,
I thought ponds were like
little tiny ones.
Ponds.
Oh, ponds. Oh, pond with a D. Ponds.
Yes, ponds.
Yeah, fishing ponds. And there's a bunch of bass in there. Mm-hmm. You know, bunch of bass, and those bass have babies, and they grow up, and they get to be real dads, and then they have babies. So there's a bunch of bass in there. So it's the best fishing in the world. You get spoiled when you go over there.
I saw your Instagram post. You got like 100 fish.
Oh yeah, 30,000, 100 million. And that's why I wanted to get out there. There's no better place to go fishing at than there in Oklahoma, and especially on Father's Day. You know, it's just like
that's
just
a
real dad thing to do. It's just to get to go fishing, and so we got to get out there the first day right before sunset and got a couple hours in. He caught 4, I caught 1. I didn't know what was going on, but you know, hey, it's dad's trip. You know, happy Father's Day. Yeah, hey, it happens, and you know, it was good, and then got us some good rest, and we had to get over to Amarillo, which is 5 hours from where my grandpa's at, the next morning. And so we said we're going to get up super early and be out there before the sun comes up and fish as much as we can before we had to leave. And that's where all the fish came in.
Oh, okay.
Just nonstop action.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was on it. That morning, I caught 16 fish. Catch and release. You know, we're just, you know, throwing them back. Catch and release. I caught 16 and my dad caught 11. My dad did catch the biggest one though.
Then he
caught a freaking hoss. All right. I got videos. Just a tank. Okay. Just a real boy. And it was amazing though. I was using a topwater lure, a little popper, and he was using a worm, right? And so like what do you usually do when you fish?
Usually a worm.
You usually do a worm. Is it a live one or a plastic one?
Usually plastic.
Plastic. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say, and Dad, you vouch for me. My dad used to take me fishing.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay.
I probably had like a Barbie little fishing pole.
Yeah.
But I remember like playing with all my dads. My dad would have like a thing like this big with all like the different lures.
Okay. Yeah.
So like some were like gummy and some had like the like feathers and stuff, or I don't know, something like on it, and I'd play with all of them.
Just like that. as toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like while we were fishing. I think.
See, this is the thing. It's just about you being there, and I know that you were young, and it was just fun for you to see the shiny stuff and like get to play. But I'm sure to him, just you being there meant a lot, even though you didn't even understand what that was, right? And I think the older that I get, the more I realize how just being in person with your family is just so important, right? Mm-hmm. The easiest trip I've ever booked in my life, right?
You did mention that.
It was just, let's go.
Because I was like, you're going to get there and then fly home.
Yeah. But so we're only there for 2 days and back. Completely 100% worth it. I mean, we jam-packed and saw a bunch of family, within that time. And caught a bunch of fish. I'm telling you, I wanted to put that popper right there, right? Right in between. It's gonna get caught on this if it lands right here. It's gonna get into some funk right here. I wanted to put it right here. Soon as it hits the top of the water, tie my line, make it dance a little bit. I'm telling you, as soon as it hits the top of the water, whap, a fish on it. That's like the best feeling in the world. Is getting out there to Oklahoma, and I'd do like this. Bap, make it dance. Whap, instantly. And it's on, right? Yeah. And that's how I caught my last fish of the day. Was just like that. We were like, we got to end it on this one. And it's so hard to get away from there. Yeah. Even though it's like we're getting to go to the next family adventure, right? Mm-hmm. It's so hard to get off of that pond. You know what I mean? But shout out to my dad. Freaking love you, man. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, just really, really great trip. I got to see a bunch of family, and it's funny how it's like it's always like that. A lot of times that we go out there, it ends up being a lot faster than we wanted to. But
you gotta just go out there for like a week.
We need to, yeah, for sure. A lot of my family right now is moving out of Texas to Florida, and it's crazy to sort of see the end of an era there, where it's like my mom not being in Amarillo makes it feel like, I mean, that's the root, like the deepest root in Amarillo, and so her being outside of there makes it feel, not the same. You said what?
When did we start?
30,000 100 million minutes ago. So we're getting close.
But we can vibe. What you mean.
But I mean, overall, it was a great trip. I hope everybody else had a very happy Father's Day. Yeah, it's important. It's important to get over there and spend time with family.
If you don't have a father, hope you know that you're loved. And that it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that you felt loved. I'm sure that there's a lot of angel dads getting to celebrate, with their kids for sure, and definitely sitting in love. So big shout out to all the dads out there.
So I got a cane story.
Yeah, tell us about the cane story.
Okay, so if y'all know who Ali, Cass, Kiana, all them are, they came down.
My favorite streamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came down to LA to just hang out with everyone, do whatever. And so they had plans to go to
I'm going to turn this back on while you're saying that. My bad.
Okay. They had plans. I need a reaction to this, so you need to hurry.
No, I'm still listening.
Yeah. But so basically they had plans to go to Cane's with Miles. That was your idea.
I mean, because it's my favorite.
Can they even still hear you?
Yeah. You guys still hear me?
It's your favorite.
I mean, yes. Like I said in my story, out to Texas, that was the first thing we did. Is we went there. I got a big old sweet tea.
So they didn't really want to go to Cane's. Right. And so, what are you doing? So they didn't really want to go to Cane's. They were expressing to me that they didn't really want to go to
They're
Cane's.
not a fan.
So, well, I think to them they could go to Cane's like anytime they want where they live. And so
Do they have them in Colorado like that?
yeah, I think so. So it's kind of like saying like, oh, let's go to like In-N-Out. It's like, okay, like
Right.
like we're hanging out for the first time in a long time. You want to go to In-N-Out?
Yeah.
So I think that was the vibes. And so Kiana said she told you like, hey, let's go get some tacos. We're out here, whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all got tacos.
Right.
So I'm chilling with them that day or that night. Cass is pretty turned up. And
Yeah.
she goes, we went to Cane's. They went to Cane's on their way. So they did end up going to Cane's on this trip. And so I just wanted your reaction to that.
Yeah.
But they did give me permission to tell you.
Right on. Well, hey, listen, I do appreciate you sharing that with me right here. Good for them. Good for them. I hope that they really did get to enjoy that out there. You know, it's not something that I get to do often. And, you know, if I was able to share it with some friends that I haven't seen in a long time, I would have loved to have gotten to do that. But I mean, good for them. Good for them. If that makes them happy, you know, thanks so much. Thank you guys. Thanks.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Because it was so funny because Cass told me, and then Ali or Kiana was like, Cass, you have such a big mouth.
Damn.
Because none of them were supposed to say anything that they went to Cane's.
I mean, I guess you could call it even because Kiki got me a water bottle. Or not a water. Or what did we call them? Hydro flask? She got me a hydro flask. And every time I get on stream, I never have it. And I'm using plastic water bottles.
How does that make it even?
I mean, because it's like... Here's something that I let her down in that way, and you know she crushed my entire heart that way. So I mean, I guess that could kind of even it out. But I guess at the same time though, I did get to go to Raising Cane's, so it's like
it's kind of a win-win.
It's cool. We were talking earlier about one of the scariest moments of our life. This is like our first time. Am I tripping? Like, sort of like our first time, like, sort of getting to know each other, or what? I mean, how many years do we have under us at this point?
Probably like 2 or 3.
You sure?
Yeah, we were pretty.
How many do we have right now?
Because when was in like 2017? Well, that we actually knew each other.
I'm trying to think.
I knew who you were in 2017.
Okay, but were we as close as we were as like?
No, we started working in
stuff?
2018.
Okay. And this was 2018.
2019.
So a year under us.
It was 2020. It was Janet's birthday in 2020 because her birthday's in January.
Dang. Just so right before the pandemic. Yeah. You sure? I don't know.
That
seems like
it was.
Nah. We gotta call on that. But we're talking about the scariest moments of our life.
We were pretty close. I just think there hasn't been like, you have those like moments with friends where you're like, we're close now. We didn't have any of those.
And then after that, it was just like, okay, pure love.
Yeah.
But do you also have a scary experience like that too?
Yeah, but I want to run through yours first.
So I will start off by saying that I probably did not start drinking in my life like that until maybe 25. Okay. I drank a couple times in high school, and that was pretty much it. And I was just always from there, I was like, this is not really for me. Maybe smoked a little bit too, but even like I probably smoked like 5 times in my life, 4 or 5 times. It's just not for me. I started drinking 25 a little bit here and there, and then all of a sudden 2018, 19, I'm just turning up, right?
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess just
fun.
It's just life, just getting it figured out.
You were never doing it crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But man, I always do this thing to Jenna and Jesse where they're having a birthday party.
And you
I
somehow
show
steal
up
the show.
and I'm in the way that's like I'm the one that gets the most turned. I get the most drunk, and the specific night at Janet's, we had some friends that were over, and they were going to smoke, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with you." Like I said, I've smoked 3 or 4 times in my life
I
before,
don't know
right?
what's going through your head.
But at this point, like I was
you were pretty
pretty intoxicated,
Mhm.
and so we go and smoke, and I always thought about this after, and I had never said anything, but I thought about this the next day. Was it weird that I was eating ceviche, like had the plate with me, just took a bite of this fishy ceviche, then pass me, and then like I smoke, and then pass in between like bites of just like this like full plate of ceviche. Is that weird? Cause like when they get it next, does it taste like they just like
fish?
You know what I mean?
But everyone is eating ceviche, I feel like.
I hope so. I always thought about that. I was like, man, that seems like not a tight thing to do.
Yeah,
But
I think they were just excited because you never smoke and you were gonna.
I got you. Yeah. And so I did that, and immediately it just everything hits me from how much I had to drink, and then the smoke getting mixed into it. I'm walking back to the house, and everything is just immediately hitting me. It just starts going in slow motion, all this stuff, and it was really scary. I asked Yessie if I could just like lay down in her room.
It was my room too. Thanks.
Was that when you were living over there?
Yeah.
And so I go in there and lay down, and she turned the lights off when she left, and I just remember feeling like I was evaporating
Oh my god.
into just like tiny
scary.
particles.
Yeah.
I don't that's the only way I could describe it. It just felt like I was laying there on my back, and it just felt like I was evaporating into this just tiny particles. I could feel like every particle in my body. And I was thinking to myself, like, this is it. It's over. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I mean it was I mean I think that's how a lot of high stories go, though.
Yeah.
Like people just like overreacting and overthinking. But I remember just thinking there, like, this is where they're gonna find me at, and it's over. And it was really really scary. And I just text Yessie just like on like the last little bit of strength that I had, just like, hey, like I need help.
Yeah.
And then thankfully you, Jocelyn, and Yessie just all came back in and just like fully helped me through the rest of the night to the morning, I think, right?
Yeah, everyone ended up knocking out, but I think I was so scared that like something was gonna happen when I was asleep, so I stayed up until like 8.
Pure love.
Because I was like, because it was also scary because there was even a point where me and Yessie turned on the TV and turned off the lights, and you literally go, turn it off. And we were like, whoa. So we had to sit there in silence.
Oh man.
And then you were like, turn on the light. And like you weren't opening your eyes. Like you were just like, turn on the light. Turn on the
light.
Did
I sound like that though?
Yes, you were. No, okay, like I know what state
because it sounds
you were
really
in.
mean.
No, you were, but like in the state you were in, it made sense. Like like we weren't like offended by it. We were just like, oh my god, like you needed help. And it was to the point where like I was helping you like get it all out of you.
Yeah.
And you couldn't physically, like, you know how obviously when you like throw up, it's like, okay, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. Like you were just gonna go all over yourself. So I literally had to physically like move your face to, and it was so scary because I don't think I've ever seen anyone like that.
Yeah. And I am happily announcing 6 months sober, completely sober. Woo! Is this 6 now? 7, almost 7.
Yeah,
coming up to 7. Yeah, me and Jake, he's the one that started it. He in January after his birthday, he wanted to go completely sober for the year. No smoking, no drinking. And that inspired me, and I wanted to get in it with him too. And so we haven't had one drop of alcohol, one smoke of smoke. And it's been really good. There's been a couple moments where we're out and about. We went to that Jaws concert the other night, and I'm thinking, first time back after the pandemic, everything is opening again. Maybe I take a shot. This could be a good moment, halfway 6 months. And no, I still didn't do it. I really do want to stick it out to the year. I want to see the year come. But
I don't think you can.
and you told me this from the beginning.
Yeah, but I want to keep saying that because then I feel like it's gonna make you want to do it more. Because I want to see you do it.
Okay. But do you really think I can or no?
There's been too many times where you'll be like, oh, but like, or like, they'll be
Freaking
like,
Julian B. But listen, see, I told you, I was like, all right, so there's a girl that we watched on stream throughout quarantine who just popped off. Her name is Julian B. She still streams, actually. If you guys want to go check her out, she streams, I think, like maybe 3 times a week. Yeah, and she's got like the most lit streams.
Yeah, there's been multiple times where you'll be like, if she tells me to take a shot one more time, I'm gonna
take a shot. Yeah.
And I'm like, and she would though. She would tell you again. You just
But see, this is the thing. And then I saw her in person.
Yeah.
She was having her birthday party. She invited me out, and as soon as I got that message, I almost fell down and started crying. And we're there, and she wanted to take a shot, and I told her, I was like, we're doing a year sober, so I'm sticking to it. But I thought that was gonna be my breaking moment, either that or, California opening back up. But yeah. It's been good. I think other than those social interactions, and then like some of the homies like really just it's almost like they're offended that I'm not drinking. It's only been, but they're being more funny too. You know what I mean?
I think I want to like see you see it out, because I feel like you almost cheated with like the like quarantine thing. It's like okay, like you're not going out places doing anything. It's like easy not to drink.
I see.
So I want to see you see it out. So then it's like I'll respect you so much more, because then I'll be like, oh.
I mean, because like you've been a hater from the very beginning, and so yes, you are right. It does inspire me, and I want to be able to prove you wrong. But yeah, it's been really good. It's been real good.
So.
And I haven't been smoking like you smoke.
Oh, I wasn't smoking.
What happened?
Okay, so I barely started drinking literally right when I turned 21. That was my first like sip of alcohol besides
that you had with your mom for the first time.
Hey, we don't have to trigger my mom like that.
What?
I didn't have it with my mom for the first time.
You didn't?
No, but she wanted me to. I thought
that was gonna be a special moment between you and your mom.
I was here. I was in LA.
But y'all cheersed over FaceTime though, at least.
Yeah. No, I think I did do something with her, but not at 12. I don't think she was awake. But yeah, I was just getting into drinking, and so me, Mary Cruz, and Nicole would hang out all the time. They were like my best friends, and
y'all not best friends anymore?
We are best friends. I just don't live near them.
Oh, okay.
We would hang out all the time.
Got you.
And all of us don't really drink, like at all. Like Mary Cruz, way over 21. Nicole is over 21. Like we just don't drink together. And so when I started drinking, me and Nicole were like, we gotta drink together. And so we planned out this weekend. I'm about to launch, to be honest, like my first launch. And I was like, we have to celebrate. Like we have to get drunk.
Yeah.
Like we just needed it to happen. And so Mary Cruz was on Accutane, and you can't drink alcohol on Accutane. So I was like, man, like there's something we have to do to like feel crazy. Like like we haven't done anything. We've always been completely sober. So I was like, we can't smoke because we wouldn't know how. I don't know how to smoke. Like like I wouldn't even know what to do. And so there's this app called Ease, and like it's a brand deal.
All right, guys, our first ad on the podcast.
There's a brand or a app called Ease, and basically like you could just order it, and it's like Uber Eats but for like edibles and weed.
Got you. Oh wow, yeah, that's nuts.
And so we order from it, and already it's really fishy because Nicole went out on a date that night, and she's the one who ordered it, so we had to act like Mary Cruz was Nicole and use Nicole's ID for Mary Cruz, and then the guy obviously didn't care and just gave us the edibles.
Yeah.
And so we got little cookies, we got a brownie, and we got like these gummies or something, or sweet tarts, or I don't know. We got 3 things basically.
In my head, the edibles sound scarier than smoking.
Oh, well. Yeah.
I know how much I'm going to smoke, but I don't know how much is in this bite right here.
Well, they tell you.
Okay. So
like it's like one sweet tart is like 10 milligrams.
Yeah.
Or maybe 5. I think it was 5. And so me and Mary Cruz are hanging out, and Nicole's still out on her little thing, and we're like, okay, these take a few hours to kick in. Why don't we just take it right before Nicole gets here? Then when she gets here, she'll just do all of it.
Yeah.
Right? So I call up my friend Jojo, and I'm like, because he smokes pretty, like, a lot. And I was like, hey, like, how many edibles should we take? Like, how many milligrams? And he was like, well, I would take 30. And he smokes a lot, right? So
Okay,
in my head, I don't know where the correlation to that went, but I go, oh, okay, I'm going to take 30 then. Mind you, I never smoke. So there's a red flag.
For sure.
So me and Mary, but even it didn't even cross Mary Cruz's mind.
Yeah.
That we
like, all right, well, yeah, he smokes 30, or he would take 30. So yeah, let's just take 30.
Yeah, we're both
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, it makes sense. And
Right.
so we get we take like 2 sweet tarts, which is 10 milligrams, and then we have like a brownie or something.
Okay.
And so we're 20 milligrams in, and Nicole gets home, and we're pretty like laughing. Like, I think it didn't hit us yet, but I think we're at a point where it was like, this is just cool. Like, we're just waiting for something to happen, like whatever. And so we're feeling pretty good, and Nicole gets there, and we're like, Nicole, we're gonna take this last 10 with you. You have to take all 30 right now, like, okay? And so we take it all together. We're like, woo, party. Like, we're ready. It's literally the 3 of us just in this Airbnb that we got just to take pictures for, to be honest. Like, that was what the whole weekend was for. And we go and we start making dinner, because obviously we know we're gonna get like hungry soon. And so we're making dinner, and Mary Cruz is about to put the sauce on. We made like pasta. Is about to put the sauce on the pasta, and she looks at us and she hands us the sauce and goes, take it, I can't see anymore. And we were like, what do you mean? And she just falls to the ground, but like she's laughing the whole time. And so we all just fall on the ground laughing, because we're like,
bro, what the heck?
We're just all cracking up, and it was just so funny. Like, I don't know what was funny. It was just funny. Everything was funny. And so we we're like, okay, whatever. So she gets up, and we are like serving everyone's pasta, whatever, and we're all sitting at the table, and we're just there. And then I look at Nicole, and she goes, I can't breathe. And I'm like, girl, like I don't know what to tell you, because I wouldn't know how to deal with anyone like that. And it hasn't really
But on
hit
top
me
of that,
yet.
you're also feeling.
Yeah. No, but like it feels like it hasn't hit me yet.
Okay.
And maybe it's like the size difference. Like, I'm dramatically taller than both of them.
Okay.
And like definitely way more than both of them. So I wonder if that's why it probably hit me way later than them. But so I look at Nicole, she's trying to breathe, and like I didn't know what to say. So I was just like I don't like just try to help her. And,
like do like
yeah, I was literally like, and then Nicole goes, oh my God, look at Mary Cruz. And we look at Mary Cruz, she's staring straight at, and she's pale, literally whiter than the wall that was in front of her, like so pale. And so I start panicking, because I'm like, both my best friends are gonna die right in front of me. Like, what do I do? And so
the overthinking.
The overthinking is kicking in. But then also, I just get really freaking hungry. And so I start putting...
This is cap.
What?
This is cap.
Why?
Okay, you're doing, because you're running through all the like typical like high moments. Okay,
but this genuinely happened. What do you mean?
Like starting off with the laughing. Like, oh, we're all gonna giggle. Y'all are crazy. No, and then you get hungry in the middle of it. All right, no, I'm playing. I trust you.
It genuinely happened, and Nicole, Mary Cruz's comment that vouched for all my story to be true, because this literally was all happening. But I wonder if it's because I'm the type of person...
This reminds me of like, have you ever seen somebody take a shot that they thought was actually alcohol?
And then they're like,
oh, I'm fading right now.
But maybe it was that. Like, maybe it was a thing of like, okay, I know when you get high, you get hungry.
Yeah.
Like, you get the munchies. Maybe it was that, but like, it's not like I was making myself hungry.
Okay.
It's like, because even when I first started drinking, I would get really rowdy and like want to FaceTime everyone. And so I think maybe it's because like I thought that's what people did when they drink alcohol.
Got you.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but that happens a lot with me. Like, I don't know, whatever. And so basically I was like, oh, frick, like, I'm really hungry right now. And so I started putting...
both of your friends. Oh, you got the pasta.
Well, no, they're kind of like decent at that time, but I think Mary Cruz was still really white, and we didn't know what to do. And so I start putting, so we're eating like fettuccine Alfredo. I start putting hot Cheetos on top of the fettuccine Alfredo and then putting sauce on top of the hot Cheetos. I'm gonna be honest, it was actually really good.
I'm sure in that moment it probably was. My
So,
thing is like, how is Mary Cruz doing in all of this? Like, if her face is pale, is she like talking to you guys
no,
also at the
she
same time?
wasn't saying anything.
She just, I'm okay. So,
Oh no, she did say something. She's like, my head is spinning.
okay.
She's like, my head is spinning off my body.
So to get the full visual, you're over here mixing up flaming hot Cheetos in the pot. Mary Cruz is just sitting down, staring straight, and then I picture Nicole is just like on the floor.
No, she's on her chair next to me because it's like me, Nicole, and then Mary Cruz is in front of us.
Yeah.
And it might be a little out of order. Like I might have like all those things. Like
you might have not really had the munchies.
I
just
did
saying, like,
though. Ask them. Like I literally made that, and so. Yeah, it was crazy. So then I was like, I don't know what to do. And so I start calling all my friends that get high. And I was like, what do I do? And they're like, you know what? Feed them and give them water. Like, that's all you can do. Put them on the couch, feed them and give them water. At this point, besides the munchies, it really didn't hit me. Like, I was feeling fine, like almost sober.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I have to get them good. And so I put them on the couch. And they're chilling on the couch, and Nicole just starts shivering. She's just like, and so Mary Cruz goes, blanket. Like she's a robot at this
point. That's scary.
And so we get her the blanket, and she's chilling there. I start putting on some like Justin Bieber music videos or something. Like I'm just trying to keep them like occupied.
Yeah.
And JoJo was telling me like you just have to. I think it was JoJo, but you just have to like keep telling them they're fine. That it's fine, that they're fine, whatever. Yeah. And so I go into the room freaking out because I don't want them to see me freaking out. And so I'm freaking out and I'm like trying to call everyone. And then at this point, they're like almost passed out. And I'm hearing like a YouTube video outside.
Yeah.
Like, so basically this like Airbnb was like a 1-room thing. And so I was in the room and they were like on the couch, if that makes sense.
Right.
And so I was in the room with the door closed, but I could still hear like the loudness of the TV. And I vividly hear this. It's literally a like video of someone talking about their story of getting high for the first time. And I was like, why are they watching this? Like, are they trying to like see how other people cope with it or whatever?
Yeah.
And then spoiler alert, the next day I asked them, they were not watching that video. Like I hallucinated that. And what? Why are you acting like this? All of this literally happened.
Damn. See, look, I got on here and I told the truth on my story. Like I was trying to do no extra stuff.
Why would I lie about hallucinating?
Okay.
It was
I don't know. Is that what weed does? Like, do you start seeing like?
I was hearing it. Yes.
Like, is that what it does though?
What do you mean?
Like I thought that was like mushrooms or something.
Well, I don't know. I am not educated on anyone. Can vouch for
was
me.
it all right? Was there a mushroom in the cookie that you ate? That's what I want to know.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
And so I'm laying on the bed at this point because I was like, okay, they're good. Like they're like when I went back out there, they were like trying to fall asleep, whatever. I go inside the bed because they're both sleeping on the couch. I go inside the bed, try to lay down on the bed, and it literally feels like every point in my body. So like, you know how you get like a random feeling in like your arm or like your leg or something?
Yeah.
Any of that felt like it was like laser beaming out of my body. Like it felt crazy. And then it felt like, you know, like the rollers for like the tortillas, like you like roll out the flour.
Yeah. Like the little...
It felt like that was going down my body and like up my body and down my body and up my body. And I was so scared. And then you text me because you were like, oh, congratulations. Like, to be honest, launch. And I just text you, I'm so high. And I was like, I'm so paranoid. And I literally, wait, I could probably find this. I think I texted you, they're watching videos about getting high. I texted you that.
You probably could.
And so I thought they were, but they weren't. They were watching Justin Bieber videos still.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it was just crazy. And then we woke up the next morning still high.
Jeez.
And basically we woke up to the person banging on the door. I set an alarm for 10:30. We're supposed to get out by 11.
Person. Yeah.
Yeah. We're supposed to get out by 11. So I set it at 10:30. I woke up at 10:30, like terrible. So I was like, I need to sleep. Like, I'm going to sleep until 11. Because you know how sometimes like they give you like a little grace period. I was like, I need to sleep until 11. So I pass out until I look at the clock. It's 12. They're banging on the door. I go to the door. I open it. No one has talked. No one has said one word to each other. I open the door and she's like, hey, like, you're supposed to get out at 11. Like, I'm the house cleaner or whatever. And I go, oh my gosh, like, can you give us 30 minutes? And she goes, sorry, like, it's an hour over. Like you have to get out. And I was like, 15? And she goes, okay, 15. And mind you, this is not like a hotel where you could kind of leave it messy.
Yeah.
It's like we had to put the sheets in the washer. We had to put all the dishes in the dishwasher and run it. We had to like put everything where it was. Mind you, the night before we built a fort and we like the table was in the middle of the thing. Like everything was out of whatever. So they hear me get up to the door. So they hear the whole conversation. We literally don't say one word to each other. We're just running around the house.
You and Mary Cruz and Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're running around the house just trying to clean up.
Still feeling crazy.
High.
Yeah.
Still high. We're literally running whatever, putting everything away, putting all the everything in the dishwasher, whatever.
And it makes my stomach feel so bad even just thinking about that right now. I don't know why. Like just being up in the morning and feeling crazy and like having this responsibility to just whip everything back into shape.
Yeah, and so we get in Nicole's car and we're just like, what was last night? Like. And never again.
A movie.
Oh my God,
Last
no.
night was a movie.
A horror movie.
For sure.
It was terrible. I'm never touching edibles again.
What about smoking?
Okay, so I tried smoking one time. When was my first time? Was it? I don't know.
What's that noise in there?
I tried smoking and then okay, so I think it was with Destiny.
Okay.
And it just nothing happened, I don't think. And then
just chilling.
I think I was always like drinking at the time. And I don't want to smoke. Like it's not really like something that I would want to do. And so when I would try it, it would kind of be for like my friends to see like because they wanted me to do it.
I see. Yeah.
And so I would do it a few times and nothing ever hit me. And then there was one time where it was like a bong. And I was with my friend Jojo. And then he was like, you have to just try. And so I do it. And as I'm doing it, I hear him go, oh my God. And I was like, I'm doing a lot. Because I took a big hit. Because
you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And so after that, I was really, really paranoid. And it was like tunnel vision. Like I could only see like this.
Yeah.
And again, like I got munchies again.
Okay.
And so I
Flaming hot Cheetos in the pasta. Okay.
What the hell?
You probably hallucinated Flaming Hot Cheetos also. That might have been fake too.
Can Nicole and Mary Cruz please somehow vouch for me?
Let's see it.
I could call Nicole right now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to call Nicole?
Have her comment.
Comment. Please, Nicole and Mary Cruz, one of y'all comment. Comment on anything. I literally...
And be honest.
I literally put hot Cheetos in the pasta.
We want to know if there's Flaming Hot Cheetos in the pasta.
Out of that whole story, why are you questioning that one part?
I don't know. That just sounds a little like... ooh. I'm high.
No, like that might have been what it was in the moment, but it's not like I forced myself. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, because I do this thing where... I'm sorry, I just like rammed into the mic. Hey, I do this thing where I do think... like, if you tell me like... oh, when you get your ears pierced, you passed out, I will pass out. Like, it's like a mental thing. So, like...
So, if I say, hey, when you get high, you might want to throw some Flaming Hot Cheetos in your pasta.
Then
you're going to be like, damn, I better make sure I have a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos.
No, we got the variety pack of the hot chips, and then we had the pasta.
Got you.
We had it all set up on the table. It was a girls trip.
Okay, it was genuine.
Yeah,
I still need to check in with Nicole and Mary Cruz though.
See what they say. It literally happened. Yeah. Nicole and Mary Cruz can recite that entire story back to you.
Yeah, I want to see if it matches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to call him before this drops in.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
We can do it after this. Yeah.
Moral of the story in all of this.
Get high.
I mean, listen.
Unless it's
not for everybody.
Yeah.
But I would say this though. if you're gonna try something like that for your first time, make sure you have good people around you.
Or
You know what I'm
just people
saying?
who
Good
know how to
friends,
smoke.
people in our experience, maybe
Yeah.
people that you trust. Make sure that they're around you. And I think that would be the best way to go about it. Man, freaking Jocelyn, you guys coming through.
I'm
Like,
glad you were with us. Like, imagine you
what
were
do you
like,
mean? Like, I'm still here? Like, don't be saying it so scary like
no,
that.
I'm like, imagine you were with like just random people.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say that. Like at the time, like I'm still kind of getting to know you guys,
Yeah.
and y'all really like just showed love that night.
Yeah.
And I don't even look at you guys the same anymore after that. You know what I mean?
You just say this.
But I don't know why you gotta say it like that. Like when I'm with you, when I'm with us. My dad says something that's like almost like too visual. I know that's not what you were saying, but like we'll be praying on these trips. He's playing. I'm thinking like, you know, little like simple prayer, you know, about safe trip here and back, be with the pilots, you know.
Yeah.
My dad always, for sometimes, has this really visual thing that he says when he's praying for the planes. He's like, "Good Lord, I pray that the planes don't fall out the sky." I would close my eyes. I'm like, "Oh shoot, Dad, gosh." But I mean, that's for real though.
Your
but
dad
yeah,
is the best.
Yeah, he's real dad. Happy.
Your dad is a copy and paste of my dad.
They do look a little bit of alike.
Dads
what's
look
funny.
alike. It's like, it's almost like they're like the same person, just like maybe different ethnicities, even though they are the same ethnicity. But
Same, half Mexican, half white.
No, my dad's full Mexican.
Oh, see, there's a difference though.
But like, I'm saying like Mexican.
Mexican, yeah.
But like maybe different ethnicities, but like
same, like
yeah. Crazy, yeah.
I can feel it. Big happy Father's Day, belated happy Father's Day to all the real dads out there. Leave a thumbs up on this video if you like the new setup. Do we run this one back? Do we go back to the old one, the first episode? Or do we run this one back?
Like this one better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do like this one. So let me know, and also subscribe to the channel and the podcast. Is that what you do on podcast?
You like could follow them, put the notice on Spotify, and this one, if y'all notice the different episode on Apple Music, y'all got a sneak peek because that episode's never coming out.
That was a little like Easter egg almost.
Yeah. So sorry, Aunt Tracy, that you had to watch the whole hour of that, and then, but this one will be on everything, and it'll be the normal one.
It should be, and hopefully it gets up there soon.
How long have we been doing this?
What? It's about 45 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been long.
Does it?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Couple stories. Yeah, so hopefully the Apple podcast should be back to normal now. I'm hoping that episode drops at the same time everything else does, but hey, we're new to this. We're going to find out. Thank you, everybody, for sharing the podcast when we announced it.
It was so nice.
Just for all the love. Yeah.
I almost cried. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone was so nice.
Yeah. No,
I thought it was
big
just going to
thank
be
you.
our parents watching it.
That's what I thought. It was going to be your mom, my mom, and Aunt Tracy, just with the 3 comments with the shamrocks.
Yeah.
Do another emoji.
Let's do the it's Father's Day. Let's do a fish.
Yeah, let's do a fish for the 16. You know, the 27 piece.
A fish or like.
Do a fish.
That emoji.
Do a fish. A fish is a cool one. It makes sense. So tweet us a fish emoji if you made it to the end right here.
That is so ugly.
And don't be cheating. Don't be cheating either. If you skip to the end, they're not gonna know.
No.
Nobody knows that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back again next week, same time. And yeah, big 925. Name is Miles Parrish.
TBH Felicia.
TBH Felicia. I want to say the other one, but I know you got your own thing going. Dang. You know, you might need to plug the TBH since that was a part of the story too. Plug the merch.
Okay, I make merch. It's not merch. I make clothes.
My bad. Clothes. Yeah.
Clothes, but I'm never doing embroidery again. So
the pieces that are up there right now are rare pieces. So definitely,
closing my shop soon, but relaunching with screen printing stuff hopefully soon.
All right, y'all go and have a wonderful rest of your day, weekend. Whoa.
Wait.
Holy
What
frick.
are you wearing?
I'm wearing my favorite hoodie right now.
What is that from?
This is from something that's not announced yet, but we're gonna get there.
Just watch out. Just watch out.
We're gonna get there. You know, TBD. You know, to be determined.
I saw someone comment YBM X TBH, and that's kind of fire.
Come on, we might have to take it there.
I think it was Arlette.
Have a wonderful weekend. Great rest of your day. You guys are very loved. Be safe, and we'll see you next week. Yay!
Bye.